welcome back to my channel, The Little Sewing Room. I'm Chris. Hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year. I know it's a bit late, but things have been happening and I've not been able to get on until now. We all had a lovely Christmas. My daughter and granddaughters came for dinner and tea, and we played games and things like that we always do most years, and we had a really good time. Hope you all had a good time and that you've all had what you'd like for Christmas. We decided not to buy each other anything this year, me and my husband, as we'd spent money on each other all through the year buying things, so we decided not to bother, although we did go out and buy a new TV in the week between Christmas and New Year. So that's our present to us both for Christmas. As I said, we've been busy. New Year's Day, got up, and as everybody has, we've had terrible weather. The rain has been horrendous. We got up New Year's Day, and partway through the day, we noticed we'd got a leak in the ceiling. Went up the loft, and we'd got rain. Somehow, there's no tiles missing. We're not quite sure how it's got in, but we've got rain coming in, and we've got to be careful it weren't getting into the electrics. So we've contacted a builder, and he's coming sometime this week to sort that out for us. So we've got that coming up, and we've got somebody coming just to check the electricity as well, because it was running down near a light switch. So not a very good start to 2024, but that's how things go, isn't it? So we decided that we'd get it sorted straight away, and due to the weather, he's not been able to come because it's continued to rain and it was windy. But he's hoping that with the weather changing this week, he'll be able to get out this week and sort it out for us. At the minute, we've got buckets up there collecting any rain, and at the minute we've got dry weather. In fact, it looks lovely today until you get outside, and it's absolutely freezing. So I haven't done a lot of sewing for myself since having the second eye done. I've managed to get some pyjama sets done for my daughter and granddaughters as part of the Christmas present. I've made shorts and tops for the younger granddaughters because they prefer them. And for my daughter and my granddaughter, I've made long ones, but I've done alternate, either a short sleeved or a long sleeve top to go with it, so that they can interchange for whichever they prefer for the weather. So I was busy doing that, so I didn't get an awful lot else done. But something I made earlier, I'm going to show you. Although I couldn't see very well because of my eyes, it didn't stop me fabric shopping. And we caught the bus into Chesterfield. I live just outside Mansfield in Nottinghamshire, and we caught the bus into town and then went on the bus to Chesterfield, where I bought some stretched denim. I'd seen earlier on the year, watching Alex Judge on one of her YouTube videos, she did the spoonflower denim skirt, and it was a lovely length. It looked really nice on her, and I thought, oh, I like denim skirts. I might have a go at, I've never done a denim skirt before, so I thought I'd have a go at making one. So this is the skirt, and now I made this between having one eye done and waiting to have the other one done. So it's a midi length denim skirt with, as you can see, it's got a slip down the back. It's got back pockets, and besides my top stitching not meeting properly on the yoke, I was quite pleased with everything else. The pockets, the fly. I've lined it with some cotton in the pockets, and I'm really pleased with it. I've worn it once or twice, but while I was there I also bought some cotton material, and decided to make a shirt to go with it. Now the shirt I didn't make until the middle of November. So this is the shirt, and it's a white cotton with a navy paisley print on it. The pattern I used is this New Look K6449, which has got, it's actually got a jersey dress, which is those two, and then it's got the denim shirt dresses as well, so it's quite a handy pattern. On the pattern, I went for that version but with the long sleeves, but short because of it being a shirt. And if you look on the back, it does actually have a pleat, but when I made it I wanted it to be different so that it wasn't exactly same as the shirt dress. So when I laid the front piece down, pattern piece down on the fabric, I left about an inch and a half from the edge because I wanted to put a few gathers in the back, and I didn't think there was enough gather with just the bit that was the pleat, so I made it that bit wider just so I could have a few more gathers in the back just to give it a bit of detail. So that's what I did with the back. It doesn't have a burrito method for the yoke, but I like to do it anyway because I think it looks nice that you see that when it's hanging up. I measured down what length I wanted. It's got a slight curve on the front, and I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, and it'll go lovely with the skirt. Not worn them together yet because, as I say, I made the skirt earlier and then decided to make the shirt later. The buttons that I put on my shirt are some that I got from the Stitching and Craft show at the NEC in November. So that's the two things that I've made for myself. I have got quite a lot of things to make because we're going on holiday on the 10th of March, and I've got all these plans. I was going to make dresses and shorts and what have you. So I've got fabric. I want to make some swimwear, and so I thought, well, I'll get the fabric and everything. So I've got the fabric, it's just getting the time to do it. As I say, the start of this year wasn't as easy as we thought it was going to be with the roof and everything. I've had some busy days, like yesterday. Got up, took the dogs a walk, went to the gym, came home, did an hour or so in the garden, tried to tidy it up after the horrendous winds we've had. Did that. Then I did this vlog, but it didn't work out very well. The light wasn't very good or anything like that, so I thought, well, I'll leave it and I'll do it again tomorrow. So that got left. Then you've got your cleaning and other stuff like that, so you know, days gone before you know it. So today got up, took the dogs a walk. We've been shopping this morning, and then I thought, right, I'll do my vlog. So come back from shopping, had a cup of tea, well, still drinking my tea, in fact I'll have a slurp. And then I thought, right, I'll get on with my vlog. You'll have to excuse me, I don't know what's happened to it this morning. But When I made the shirt for myself, my husband liked the fabric. He likes paisley. I've made him a couple of shirts that have got paisley patterns on. So I bought enough so that we could both have one. And I always make him the Jensen's shirt from Wardrobe by Me. I've always made the short sleeve version. But this time he wanted a long sleeve version. Excuse me. So I thought, right, I'll get that cut out. So I cut it out actually before Christmas, and it's been sat in a project bag waiting for me to get round to it. But you know what it's like when you've got Christmas trees to put up, Christmas shopping to do, wrapping to do. You know, time just sort of runs away with you. So got it cut out but never got it sewed up. So on Sunday, I try to make Sunday a sewing day if I can. But as you can tell, I've got a bit of a froggy throat. I've had this for a couple of days now, and it's started off as a sore throat, and it's got to be occasionally a runny nose, but a very croaky throat. That was another reason why I had to redo my vlog, because all I was doing was coughing. I couldn't get the words out without coughing. So I thought, well, I'll give it another go. So I cut the shirt out, and then on Sunday I thought, right, I'll spend some time doing the shirt. Now, as I say, I've always done the short sleeve version, and I was quite surprised, because it's been a while since I've done it, that when you do the long sleeve version, they start off doing the sleeves first. In fact, on both. They do the sleeves first. Or do they? Yeah, they tell you to do the side seams on the short sleeve version first. But with the long sleeve version, you've got the on my shirt you have the continuous lap to put the cuff to. On this one, they don't call it a continuous lap. They do it differently, and they have a housing and a binding. And I read the instructions, and I thought, right, so I got on with it. And then when it came to the part where it says that you put the binding on, which is, it's difficult to say because it's the same thing, this piece here, you sew it on the wrong side, turn it over and sew it down. So I did that. Well, it's about that thick. Well, the first time I did it, I turned it over and sewed it down, and it was that thick because I turned it over on the edge. What it doesn't say is you fold it in half to do it. So I did that wrong, and then when it got to the other side, again, you put the housing on, you turn it round, and you sew it down, top stitch it. I did that, and I thought, it doesn't lay flat, so there's something quite that I've done wrong. So I looked at it again, and I thought, well, then doesn't look as wide as mine. So I had to unpick both the top stitching on both the housing and the binding, and fold them in half, and then do it, and it worked out right. So it doesn't help when you've got a bit of a cold as well, because sometimes you read things and it just doesn't sink in. But you end up with the pointy bit. I don't know whether you can see that. It comes up and then it goes to a point, and then you do the stitching up the point, and then you do the square with the cross in the middle to secure it. So I managed to get the sleeves done. So I've got both sleeves done, and that was all I got done. because I wanted to take my time. I do find that I tend to get into the sewing room and just want to get on and sew. So I thought, well, I'm going to take my time and make sure I do it right. So when I couldn't get it to work out, and I unpicked it and I reread the instructions, and I thought, right, I think I know what I've done wrong. So I unpicked it, folded it off, tried it, and I thought, yeah, that's right. So I did the other sleeve then. So I managed to get the 2 sleeves done, which usually I would try and get the whole thing done. So I did take my time with it. Another thing is I have bought some fabric. I've got something else on the way. It's not turned up as yet. But I made everybody, I made my husband some pyjamas last year. I've made my daughter and my granddaughter some pyjamas this year. And I've never made any for myself. So I thought I could do it some new ones. So I bought this lovely bush cotton from Pound Fabrics. Yeah, Pound Fabrics. To make some pyjama bottoms, and then I want to get either a blue, maybe blue, light blue or white jersey to make tops. I think I'll do the same, make a long sleeve and a short sleeve top. And the other thing I bought, I saw this and I thought, I do like it. I just don't know how thick it is, but it's a quilted jersey. It's not really thick. It's plain on the back. And I thought, well, that'd be nice as a jumper. So I've bought 2 meters, and when it's come, it's quite wide. So I'm not quite sure whether to make a jumper dress or just a top. So at the minute, that's just a thought in progress. I've not washed them yet. They both got go in their thing, but I have got another fabric coming from Little Miss So-and-so, and I thought, well, when they all come out, I'll put them all in together. I do stick the colour catcher in so that if the colours run, they don't dye everything else. So that's a couple of projects that I've got on the go. I've also got the Bailey shorts that I want to do for my holidays. I've got some wash cotton that I want to make those up in. So for my holidays, I have a couple of dresses, shorts, a couple of blouses. I've got the blouse pattern that goes with the Tessuti shorts. I can't remember what it's called now, but I've got that to make up. I have the Cottesloe bikini and bathing suit, and I've also got the Marilyn bikini from Wardrobe by Me. It is. Or it's Megan Neeson. Can't remember, but that's another thing I've got. So I've got the fabrics and everything. It's just getting around to doing the sewing. So I'm going to be busy making those sort of things up over the next couple of weeks, so that I've got them finished for my holidays. I know March sounds a long time away, but it's only about 10 weeks. And if it goes as quick as the last 10 weeks up to Christmas, then it'll be here before I know it. So I hope everybody's had a good Christmas and you've all liked what you've been bought, and I'm sure there's a lot of sewing equipment been bought and vouchers been given, and everybody can have an exciting time buying stuff to make up new projects and enjoy the sewing again. I did find it hard to get back into sewing because it's been so long since I've done it. I was eager to get back, but then I was a bit hesitant. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's that I was worried I wouldn't do as good a job or a better job than I did before when I couldn't see. So it does worry you that perhaps the reason that you're not very good at sewing is just that you're not very good at sewing, not that you can't see very well. And I think that was what was bothering me. But I've got it done. I've got the skirt done. I know I made a mess of the skirt, but as I say, that was between the eyes being done. I'm still not being able to see as good with my left eye as my right eye, as I said before. But you know, I have got an appointment at the end of this month, and hopefully I'll find something out then about whether they're going to do it or not. I have got my glasses. They do need a good clean, but I bought some new glasses just for reading. I can read without them, but rather than strain my eyes, I have got new glasses. And things are going all right at the minute, except for the hole in the roof. Hoping that it's not long before we start and get a bit nicer weather. I mean, it looks lovely today, but it's bitter cold. When we went shopping and I took the dogs this morning, you know, it was hats, gloves and everything on this morning because it was really bitter cold. So I'd like to feel a bit more warmth in the air. I'm afraid since I've lost weight, I do find that I feel the cold more. I don't know if it's because of my age or whether it's just because I've lost weight. But I'm hoping that, you know, it'll not be long before we get a bit of heat in the air. And that's one reason why we like to go away in March. It's my birthday and my wedding anniversary, and we're going to celebrate both of those. And looking forward to it. Just hope I'll get my sewing done in time. So, I seem to be rambling on, so I think I shall leave it there. As I say, I hope everybody's had a good Christmas and you all have a really good New Year. If you do like my vlog, please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It just makes me feel a bit better to see that people are watching. And I hope to see you again soon. So for now, goodbye and enjoy your sewing.